It is November 20th, 8:30 p.m. A little late. 30 minutes late.
I forgot the SD card.
I did. That's on me. Sorry. We're running a two-man tonight. We're going to talk about the top 25. I think we're going to keep it kind of quick this week. So, top 25. Want to just roll into it?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Oregon. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Texas. Number 4, Penn State. Number 5, Indiana. Number 6, Notre Dame. Number 7, Alabama. Number 8, Miami. Number 9, Ole Miss. Number 10, Georgia. Number 11, Tennessee, Duval's. 12, Boise. 13, SMU. 14, BYU. 15, A&M. 16, Colorado. And I think besides that, I mean, you can go down Clemson, 17, 18, South Carolina. But
A lot of bums.
I wouldn't say bums. You got an unranked, or not unranked, sorry, undefeated Army Black Knights.
Still has no chance.
You don't think so? I think they might beat Notre Dame this weekend. That's what I'm hoping. I don't think they might, but I want them to win. The elephant in the room is, well, actually, you know what? Do you want to give let's give your take first. We'll give your take.
What's the elephant in the room? I'm confused.
I'll wait. We'll see. What's your take on the top 25?
Oh, on the top 25?
Yeah, my fault.
No, my team's out of the running completely. All I want is Florida to beat everybody.
I'm the same dang way.
DJ Lagway,
The truth.
take us home.
Take us. Lagway's the truth. Off topic, dude. Let's talk about that too. We'll get back into top 25s, but two coaches that I've been adamant about. Okay.
What, Billy Napier?
Billy Napier in who? BK? No, I was gonna say Beamer, but BK. No. Two guys that I was adamant about on being the hot seat. You know, they're actually
not in the hot seat.
Not in the hot seat anymore, especially Beamer, dude.
Yeah.
Beamer on that last drive. That's what you want to see in a coach. He's, you know, they had him mic'd up, and he was like, "Protect the ball. It's all we need. Protect the ball." And then you got Rocket Sanders in there. They do a little shovel pass, scores, game win, touchdown to knock off Mizzou, who is still ranked.
They're still ranked?
They're still ranked. Now, I got my thoughts on that. We'll get to that. But, yeah, Beamer and Napier, dude. Like I said, I mean, at the beginning of the year, we said that Beamer and Napier were on the hot seats.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't produce.
Beamer,
produce them.
They might be the hottest team in the SEC right now,
in
my opinion. Love to see that from the kids.
You know, they're like, if you think about it, they're only 5 points away from being 9-1.
The Alabama game, you get the onside,
and then lost LSU by 3.
Yeah, which that was a brutal because you take that pick 6 away, block in the back. That's the game right there. That's the game. And then, like I said, against Alabama, you get that onside. Then you see the inexperience in a quarterback where, I don't know what that was. He just threw a Stevenson and cost him the game. But, yeah, they could be easily one-loss team here, and then they're fighting for the playoffs. Now, not saying, I mean, they're trying to argue a 3-loss team gets in the playoffs.
I think if...
there's a lot for them that they need to happen for them to get in, but it's not out of the picture.
Just with the automatic bid being the less of 5, or I guess it's less of 5 team, right?
What are you talking about? Like
non-power 5 team, like
yeah.
the Boise State.
Yeah,
that hurts a lot of teams that are probably better than Boise State.
Yeah,
but Boise State only lost to
Oregon has a close game too,
so they're probably up there to play winning ball game in the college tournament.
They've got it projected to be a first-round bye as well. Granted, this is all it's still 2 weeks out, but they're projected first-round bye, and then BYU would take that 5th ranking and have that first.
That's crazy.
First round.
Boise State. You called up. You said Ashton Genty at the beginning of the year.
I did. Hey, I'm just saying. I know ball, dude. I did say.
Oh, is your ballers to watch?
Ballers to watch. Ashton Genty, who's in the Heisman. Yeah, I personally think he's the Heisman. I've been saying this for a while. I think he's the Heisman. It's either him or Travis at this point. I don't think
it's gonna be the first non-quarterback in a minute.
Oh yeah. My thing is, which we're getting off on a ramble fest here. A lot of people arguing if Travis doesn't win, you'll never see another two-way player win it. If Ashton doesn't win it, it's going to be tough for another running back to win it, which I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's what people are saying. So, it'll be fun to see how that works out.
I hope Ashton gets it.
I want Ashton to get it so bad, personally. But Only time will tell. So,
Back to the hot seats.
back to the hot seats. I think there's a coach that you mentioned before who I consider to be on the hot seat now is BK.
I don't know. They're gonna give him another 2 years considering the recruiting class he's bringing in.
Yeah, you got Underwood coming in.
See, like you can't.
Which is
And you gotta think about it like this: if you're HR, if you're admin, if you're the people paying the bills, writing the checks, you look at Nussmeier, and I got love for old Nuss. I always will.
love Nuss.
You gotta love those filler quarterbacks because you know they're giving it their all.
Yeah.
You know this is his 1 year.
You're saying he's a filler quarterback for Bryce?
I'm not saying it. It is. It's happening. That's what's going down.
You're saying Bryce gets to start next year?
Yeah, I think Garrett.
Bye. Hit the portal is what
Hit the
Matt
portal, but we wish you the best. Now he could. Joe Burrow, and even Brian Kelly said this this week about are we worried about Nuss? He brought up that Jaden Daniels against Auburn only threw for 89 yards, 86 yards, year one.
I'm listening.
And they wanted his job to be taken.
Yeah.
Give him another year under his belt as a starting quarterback. You got a Heisman. It's gross. That's the thing. Football's a gross
Definitely
sport.
Well, it's funny if you see year one, because Jaden was at LSU for 2 years, correct?
2 years.
Year one, I told you how I saw him at ASU.
Well, when he transferred, you were like, this guy's a bum.
I did say that.
And then year one, they did all right. They lost.
It's that transition period.
Yeah, they lost to Florida State in the opener. They lost to Alabama. They lost to one more team, Tennessee. Got smacked by Tennessee.
Shout out the Vols.
And that next year,
they just had any type of defense. Any type of defense.
They're
competing.
They're competing. You know, but that's how the rock falls.
Yeah,
doesn't fall your way sometimes.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I'm not too worried about Nuss. I think he has moments where you look at his arm and you look at his decision making. You're like, that's a guy.
No, he's got the talent.
And then there's like, he throws a pick that should have been avoided.
Yeah.
But that's just a gunslinger mentality he has. He's just throwing a rock.
Let him fly, dude.
I mean, they haven't thrown the ball 50 plus times a lot.
I think it was Gruden on a podcast said he'd rather his quarterbacks throw a lot of picks than not, because at least he's being dangerous and trying to get them downfield.
Yeah.
So
I like him. I got nothing to say about him.
Nothing except for hit the transfer portal.
Hit the transfer portal. Ricky Collins hit the transfer portal. All Underwood coming in. We're just looking to next year. We're looking at baseball.
What's his point? Baseball?
Yeah.
You already chalking hoops.
Oh, hoops has been chalked since last.
That might be decent this year. That might be decent.
Yeah, they're decent in the first 14 games they played non-conference.
Yeah, that's a good point. Valid point. Back to the top 25. We'll jump back into it because I've been figuring out how to word this for a while. Best way I can say it is I think there needs to be something like March Madness, RPI. There also needs to be something where you don't have emotion when it comes to voting. You got, I think, he's got some role in University of Michigan. He's the head of the CFP committee. Obviously, they're gonna want their Big Ten guys in. Obviously, SEC is gonna want their guys in.
You're trying to take the bias out of it.
Yes,
but you know what that comes down to? BCS.
Exactly.
What we ran away from.
Yeah, but I feel like you can use the BCS
on a better
to the extent
because it's a bigger platform of teams.
Yeah,
not just two. Yeah, I hear you.
And this is where I'm saying this, okay? And I'm trying to stay unbiased when I say this because me being a Tennessee fan, I'm on the outside looking in right now. I get it. I will say, to throw this out there, I don't think a 2-win Tennessee team should be in over necessarily an undefeated, Indiana, or a 1-loss Penn State or a 1-loss Ohio State. Now, where I'm getting adamant about is a 2-loss Alabama team, a 2-loss Ole Miss team. Georgia beat us, rightfully so, but this is where I'm going with this, and I'm going to kind of like contradict myself here because I saw the argument, well, they're looking back at Alabama. They're looking at their 3 most recent games. LSU, Mercer, and then, or maybe it's past 3 weeks.
It was LSU, Mercer, and I think Mizzou.
Mizzou.
And they killed all of them?
Yeah, rightfully so. Okay. How is that in any way justifiable
As a good team.
as a good team? Because granted, I know over the season you progress, you get better, and they're saying that when Milrow's good, and I love Milrow, I'm a big Milrow guy, you know me. They're saying when Milrow's good, they're the best team in the country. Okay, well, what happens when he's not good?
And they
Look at what happened against Tennessee. He wasn't good against Tennessee. Okay, so there's that.
the whole team was horrible against Vanderbilt.
Exactly, they lost that one, and then like we said earlier, they could have lost that South Carolina game,
They could have.
but
Now they're steamrolling.
steamrolling
I think for Alabama, I think I agree with people who say that they still have the biggest win of the year
against
Georgia.
Yeah,
With the stakes of that game at that moment in time,
probably one of the best football games I've seen in a long time.
it's probably the game. It's probably the win of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what's probably catapulted them.
Mhm.
And they're looking at Vanderbilt. This is not the same Vanderbilt. This ain't no 1-11 Vanderbilt.
Mhm.
This is not a SEC winless Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
This is a
it's a
Vanderbilt.
decent.
This is a
This is a bowling Vanderbilt team.
Yeah, this is a competitive Vanderbilt team that might be LSU Saturday. And if that happens, we're looking at baseball. It's so close. I'm gonna know every man on the roster. But besides that point,
Now,
I think Alabama, the way they steamrolled LSU, I'm not saying LSU is a good team because we're not. We are pitiful. They are garbage.
it's still bowling team though.
They're still both.
You're still bowling team, which is
It went from we were about to win the SEC, now we're looking at the tax slayer. But it is what it is.
Music City Bowl maybe.
We're lucky
Because at that point,
that's a prestigious bowl, sir. We're in the great state.
that's a good point. Good point.
That if you can't be mad at a team for steamrolling somebody.
No,
You know, so it's like I'm not mad at.
I get it.
I'm not mad at Alabama being where they're at. Who I don't like, Ole Miss.
Yeah, and that was my next thing.
I think Ole Miss are a bunch of frauds. I think they.
And if they slip up, because I don't want to be, like I said, I'm trying to be unbiased here.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remain, but the bias is going to come out.
Yeah, it just hurts that they caught Georgia on a very bad day, where Georgia's offense was so trash. Carson Beck should not get drafted. Where they won by a touchdown and 6 field goals, 7 field goals,
Something like that.
like that's not nobody can convince me otherwise that Ole Miss's offense is potent if you're only scoring 1 touchdown and 7 field goals.
Yeah.
You're not. That's just not true.
Granted, yeah, I mean, you can say that, Jackson Dart was banged up, but he looked good. He still ran the ball well.
Yeah, I mean, he still played.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't say, I mean, I get banged up, but he's still playing. He could have sat the bench and let Simmons play, but he still played.
Yeah.
He went through with the game. He's win or lose, it was on him.
Yeah.
And their defense played amazing.
They got to do, their defense is up there with one of the best in the country.
They're just hit or miss on their
Yeah.
defense.
Now, this is where I want to hop in, and I'm going to touch back on this, okay? You got Alabama ahead of Ole Miss. You got Ole Miss ahead of Georgia. You got Georgia ahead of us. Head-to-head, that's what they're saying. But then you're going to go out there and throw Alabama's head-to-head. Tennessee doesn't matter.
It should matter.
It should. I'm not saying that we jump Alabama, but I'm saying there should be some decision in that.
I think it's just recency bias.
Definitely.
Because y'all did.
Yeah.
You lost the most recent big game.
Yeah.
And it was the Tennessee-Georgia game.
Which, I mean, you hate to see it be that game, which this is Brady Ragland made this as a good point. On the road, the SEC is tough. It's kind of like on the road in college basketball in the SEC.
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
You can't put on the road.
If you go to Rupp Arena, anybody goes into Rupp Arena, it's tough.
You're scrapping. You're scrapping for that win.
You go to Georgia at night, they haven't had a home game in however many weeks.
You're scrapping for that win.
They're blacking out the stadium. It's tough. It's a tough win. Yeah, it's a tough win. So that I'm gonna leave it at that. Now there's another team in here that I think is pitiful. I think it's pitiful, and they're the number 3 team in the country, and that is the Texas Longhorns.
Oh, you don't say, oh, wow.
They were.
I thought you were about to say Notre Dame.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could throw Notre Dame in there too, but
I mean, their one loss is to Georgia.
Who they played?
I mean,
who they played?
Nobody.
And this is where, I mean, I'm not gonna take.
They got 2 ranked wins. No, 3 ranked wins.
But they're not ranked anymore though.
They don't count
Exactly.
by if they're not ranked anymore.
Yeah.
They count by if they were ranked at that time. That's a ranked win. And they got one top 10 win, and the rest are
Michigan? Would you count Michigan as a top 10 win?
they were ranked 10.
Oh, okay.
They were ranked 10.
Okay. And I know I got a couple Texas fans that watch this, so I'm gonna get a text after this one.
They're ranked 10, and they were at the big house.
Yeah.
It was on the road. I
Yeah.
mean, you just walked into the biggest stadium in the country
Mm-hmm.
and smacked up on the defending national champs.
True.
They beat Oklahoma. That's a rivalry. They barely vanity.
Okay. So let's
You can't be mad at a team that isn't.
let's throw this out here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Head to head, Texas beats, Kentucky. Texas beats Arkansas. And they said in the show that the key, like I said, this is the bias is coming out here crazy. They said that a key win for Texas was against Arkansas.
Yeah.
But then
That head to head for them.
yeah, but
Y'all didn't
then
beat them.
yeah, but then they're saying that's a terrible loss for us. Make that make sense.
I think it's
how's that key win?
I think it's a key one just based on the fact that
They haven't played anybody.
I agree. I just looked at the schedule. It's pretty piss poor.
So now I'm okay.
I think what they're trying to say is, y'all didn't beat them. They beat them. So when it comes to head to head, they beat someone you didn't. And
it's an eye test, and right now Texas looks really good. Quinn Ewers looks really good. The whole offense looks really good. Defense is strong. But
I think Tennessee just might be slap out of luck this year.
yeah,
You got to hope for chaos. And with only 2 weeks left, I mean, a lot of things can happen in 14
a
weeks.
whole lot of things.
But I don't know. Boise State's losing.
Boise State's not losing.
I have a hard time believing BYU will lose another one. Then they're going to pick their self.
Dude, I mean, the only time I could see them losing in is probably in the championship, depending on who they play.
But then that person in the championship is the
automatic pick.
Yeah, so you're hit with that spot.
Yeah.
You need Ole Miss to drop one. I don't think they're dropping one.
They play Florida this weekend.
You need them to drop.
At the Swamp.
You need them to drop.
At the Swamp.
You need them to drop that bad.
Yeah.
If they drop that one, you got life. But Tennessee can't go to Nashville and drop.
Oh no, drop
one.
Well, first off, if we lose to Vanderbilt, we don't even deserve to do it. And my thing is, at this point, this wouldn't even be a consideration if we didn't drop that one to Arkansas. If we don't lose that Arkansas, we're in. I mean, it doesn't freaking matter. Our one
Arkansas game was ugly.
It was ugly.
It was ugly. People figured out if you run a 3 safety high against Tennessee, they're just gonna run the rock because the box is light.
Yeah,
and that's not Tennessee's identity.
No,
they had to make it their identity this year.
Yeah.
But it's not their identity.
That's my whole thing with, I know I'm sitting here trying not to be pissed off because of the rankings, but like I said, if you don't drop that one Arkansas, this is the conversation. So,
I don't know. Ole Miss lost to LSU. I don't know why they're value. I know they're valuing him off the Georgia one, but I don't know why they're valuing him because LSU is trash.
And they lost to Kentucky at home.
Yeah, they lost.
And this is where my thing comes into play. Okay, that means that our win against Alabama means nothing.
Yeah,
it means nothing, dude. If they're valuing that win over Georgia,
and I mean, I'll give you this too. The Georgia score, the game was a lot closer than the score.
Yeah, and what's frustrating is there's a couple plays that cost us the game. A couple drops. I'm not the type of guy that blames the refs. At the end of the day, you can say whatever you want. Refs win or lose a game. If you don't execute, it doesn't freaking matter. Now, I will say if you get a big run, comes back holding, that kills momentum. Okay, but you still got to execute, dude. You still got to execute. But yeah, I mean, the next 2 weeks are going to be interesting to say the least. So,
if they don't get in, you got something to build off.
Exactly. Now, it's going to be terrible. I might cry seeing Dylan Sampson not in a Tennessee jersey after that, but after the season he just had. But
Cooper May's gone.
Yeah, dude.
You lose a lot of offensive line there.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's a rebuild. It's not going to be a rebuild, but it's going to be a rebuild and
reloading. Yeah, reloading. So without the bias, though, okay, I do think Indiana, whether they win or lose this Ohio State game, I think they should be in no matter what. Now they're going to say people argue the strength of schedule. Well, they're still going out waxing teams.
I mean, yeah, once again, they are waxing teams, but they're waxing the bottom half of the Big Ten. But if they keep it close to Ohio State, I think then Ohio State walks in and beats.
And if they 40-piece them,
yeah,
it's a different story.
Now if they lose Ohio State close and Ohio State goes to the Big Ten championship and beats good old Oregon, You have the world where there's 4 Big Ten teams in a playoff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They're all one loss. And how do you say no? How do you say no to Oregon? How do you say no to Penn State? How do you say no to Indiana?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't. You throw them in there and you let them rumble.
Yeah.
And then that also hurts. That's a world as a Tennessee fan you don't want to live in because it goes spot.
Yeah. Well, and this is my thing though.
I'd be happy for their coach though. I like him, Cognetti.
Indiana's.
Yeah, I like him.
No, he's great. He was the James Madison coach.
I wish LSU would have hired him.
Yeah, too bad.
Huh?
Y'all got BK for a couple more years.
10 actually.
10 more?
Not 10 more, but 7.
Oh, close.
So damn near. Dude, I feel like he's been the LSU coach for a very long time.
It's been like 3 years.
It's only been 3 years. It's only been like 36.
Dang, that fake accent was just a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was
The
great state of Louisiana.
Louisiana.
I don't know, it feels like he's been there for a minute, man. 36 games and just.
It seems like a century in y'all's mind, I think.
Yeah, it's just like the past 2 years we've been having offense powerhouses, and then
Is Kyron Lacey gone after this year?
yeah, he is, which is big. Bye, Lacey. I want him to be gone because I want our younger guys to get in because
You don't like Lacey?
I like Hilton.
You like Hilton even though he's just been...
Give him a whole year where he's healthy. He's talented, and then with his upcoming class, 5-star wide receiver Derek Meadows out of Bishop Gorman. We got that guy DJ Syphilis out of Florida. We got the one and only Bunderwood. I'm calling him Bunderwood. Out of wherever in Michigan.
Yeah.
Now Michigan's trying to steal him.
What's funny is, and this is my thing.
I think he's hooked to the LSU.
Oh, 100%. He's locked in. If you're trying to offer a kid more money to come play, and you're still having to offer him more money, then you're losing, dude. I hate to say it. You're not gonna. It's a lose-lose because if you end up flipping him, he doesn't want to be there. He's just there for the money.
He's just there for the cash.
So it's not like if he sucks it up in Michigan, oh, let me just hit the portal, get out of here.
Yeah, I think, but people made such a big deal about that, like 10.5.
I think
y'all
are offering dang near the same amount.
He's the LSU start at him. Plus, I think he wants to be there. He's always posting.
He's locked in, dude.
Like he cares. I don't know.
He's all Tiger.
I can't wait to see the 1-9 in the jersey.
I can't wait. That's a crazy jersey number.
It is, but it's gonna be great. I think now listen. I'm not gonna be sitting here like he's the next greatest thing because he hasn't played a single snap for any school.
He looks dang good in high school.
He looks dang good in high school. Now I don't know what kind of level of football Michigan he's playing. Like Arch Manning was playing private schools in Louisiana. Now there's some dog private schools, but like looks like he was playing some little kids.
Okay, well, I mean, he still came out playing pretty decent whenever he got time. But yeah, he's
good. But you know what I'm saying? Like the levels you play in high school matter.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, you could put up a stats in 1A in Tennessee, but you're not playing 6A football in Bradley Central. But once again, not everybody's gonna know who that school is. But the point is,
Oakland's a good Oakland, Alcoa, Oak Ridge. Those boys up there, and then you got the Nashville schools. You're not playing them.
Yeah, see,
not saying you can't hang.
Not saying you know what I'm saying,
but it's definitely a different test.
That's a good test because you're playing people that you're getting. People on other teams are getting recruited by the same schools you're getting recruited by. It's a good test,
definitely.
But I hope he comes out. I think he'll win it by default because of how much money they're paying him.
Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't think you got anything to worry.
I think it's gonna be some rough patches.
As in, like, what do you mean? Like filling in
growing pains. Like kind of what Nico's doing.
Rightfully so.
Nico's had growing pains. I mean, he's throwing some balls. You're like, oh,
he's definitely as the seasons progress, he's
gotten a lot better.
He's
gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But there's growing pains. That's gonna be in every quarterback.
100%. And like hypothetically, let's say that he does win the spot over Nuss next year. That's a long shot, in my opinion.
It's a hard
battle.
You also got Ricky Collins, AJ Swan.
Swan is still.
He transferred from Vandy to LSU. Don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I forgot about that because he was a starting quarterback at Vandy.
Yeah, he's our backup now.
That's tough.
Oh yeah, it's a real tough thing. And if Nuss goes down,
you got Swan, man.
Swan coming in like he's about to save the day.
Hey, you never know, dude. Maybe he slings it.
He might be a dog.
He might. There's got to be a reason he's out. He's at LSU for a reason.
Someone saw something.
Yeah. potential.
but
Potential.
it's hard to look past a V on his helmet and be like, yeah, you're it.
No. Well, hey, look at Shepard, wide receiver from Vandy, who's balling at Colorado.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens. You're right.
And now Vandy's nothing to play with this year. So
Imagine if Shepard stayed.
I wonder, because he's in contention of possibly playing for the championship.
Oh yeah.
They win the Big 12. He's in. So I don't know.
Oh, would that rub you wrong if Colorado made it in?
Would that rub you wrong?
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
You
don't mind. I don't mind Colorado. I do. There's a couple parts where it's like, maybe, settle down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Hunter calling out Ashton Genty for no dang reason. Crazy talk, in my opinion.
I agree.
But that's
Travis. When I watch Travis Hunter's podcast with people and explaining why he should be the Heisman, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he got as many touches
as if you're saying okay, hypothetically he gets 20 targets game.
At one point he was like, well, he has 98 touches for 1,000 yards. He's like, I don't got 55 and I have 600 yards.
Yeah.
Imagine if I got 40 more touches of the ball.
Well, you got to think about I think their receiving room is stacked too, though.
Yeah, they don't always need him.
No. So that's another thing, but I don't mind Colorado. My thing is with the Big 12.
4 teams.
Not necessarily 4 teams, but it's going to be interesting how that shapes up with BYU. Kansas State's brother. I don't know what's going on with Kansas State. Avery Johnson looks like a god one week and then just sucks up the next. So right now I think it's Colorado or BYU's spot.
Yeah, they're a bid, automatic bid.
Am I forgetting anybody? Oklahoma State craft bed.
Yeah.
Arizona State's got a big game this week.
They're
BYU.
They're 8-2.
Yeah, 7-3. I think 7, or they 8-2. One of the two.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big game for this weekend too. So it's at Tempe. It's in Tempe.
You know, it's just been a lackluster team. Arizona.
Yeah, dude,
I was really hoping for them to be good.
You got the best. I feel like one of the best quarterback wide receiver duos in the country.
50 and then McMillan.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
it's a shame that's wasted. One of them's gonna transfer.
McMillan is projected to go to the Pats, so I'm perfectly fine with that one.
He's a big target.
Yeah, for Drake May.
But yeah, what about hoops? I don't got a dog in the fight.
I did not. Here's the thing. I did not. This is on me. I did not put my 5 plays of the week.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you some teams that are dangerous though. Kentucky, dangerous. They're putting up hundreds on kids. Hundreds. Marquette just pulled out a big one against Purdue, which Purdue knocked off Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alabama's still going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I think Duke's dangerous too.
Duke is dangerous. We just said 2 teams right there. Duke and Kentucky.
Con Knuppel, whatever his name is. The other Cooper Flag.
The other white kid.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's a bucket.
Bro, I've never seen he gives me Kyle Singler vibes.
Yeah.
But not on the same skill level. Not on the same play style, but just ugly haircut.
He's a hooper. He's just
pure hoops.
Pure hoops.
But just straight buckets off folks.
Yeah. With Hurley still
Kentucky game. It was a good game.
It was a great game, dude. And we'll go, dude.
So much. Once football season ends, it's over with. We have another jam-packed year.
No. This is my favorite time of year because you get both at the same time,
and you get NBA if you like NBA.
Yeah, that Duke and I was trying to say Cooper, but that Duke and Kentucky game, that's where the inexperience shows out with Cooper Flag because he's trying to win the game himself.
Mm-hmm.
2 turnovers back to back, loses the game, which is frustrating, but that's growing pains. Like we said, growing pains.
Towards the end of the season, when it ramps up to March.
Oh, dude, they're dangerous.
This March might be crazy.
That's what team I don't want to see.
Because Tennessee's good. Auburn's on freaking fire.
Now, this is funny because a lot of people on the interwebs have been saying this. Who would have thought that the basketball Iron Bowl
would be
more
10 years ago, wasn't?
Yeah, but it'd be more of a game than probably football this year. Who would have thought that?
I'm excited. I'm gonna tune in for both games.
Yeah,
you get two of them.
You get both
2 servings,
home and away. I guess we did that with Kentucky. Yeah, like I said, UConn with Hurley though, they're gonna be dangerous. And like I said, right now they're still my favorites to win. Hurley's just there's something about him, dude. There's something wired in his brain. They won by 50 points, 40 points against East Texas A&M, and he said that was a horrible game.
Yeah,
I mean there's something wrong with the guy. Alabama, like I said, dangerous. UNC, they're good.
They're good. They're always gonna be good.
Yeah.
The ACC is gonna produce some good teams too. That they're gonna
Louisville-
flourish in the middle of the year.
Louisville is. I've been stressing Louisville. They're gonna be.
beat Louisville?
Yeah,
Like bad, like 20 points.
20 points. Yeah, 20 points.
Yeah. The game that I'm gonna tune into Monday at 9 p.m. Auburn, Iowa State,
Oh,
9 p.m.
time. Wait, 9 p.m.
It's 9 p.m. Monday. I was looking at it today.
Yeah, Iowa State.
It's not a Maui. It's the Maui team. It's a Maui.
Invitational.
Yeah.
Love it, dude.
Love the Maui.
Yeah, and what kind of like? You got the Bahamas, right?
Mm-hmm. And they're playing in a conference building.
They're playing in a ballroom. I mean,
Yeah.
where else can you get that?
That's
You can't
hoops.
find that anywhere else, and
It's hoops.
it's funny because shout out my buddy Cole Adams. He just did this whole thing of why college basketball is so great. I'm not going to dive into it, but I'll say this because there's a lot of people that say college basketball doesn't matter right now. It's football. When the national championship's over with, when Super Bowl's over with, that's when we tune in college basketball. Okay, but you got teams, and I tweeted this. You got teams like GCU, right? No football. Gonzaga, no football.
Playing ball.
Marquette, no football.
Yeah.
Just hoopers. It means something to them. It means something to them. If you think football is more important than college basketball, some of these schools, you're dang wrong. You're dang wrong. It means something to these kids. Sorry, I almost got emotional right there. I got emotional.
But LSU hoops.
Hey, SEC's wide open this year. SEC's wide open. Georgia's going to be decent. Like I said, top, bottom. Okay, Arkansas, they got Cal now.
They're gonna be
good.
They're gonna be.
Tennessee's going to be good. Georgia's going to be decent. Vanderbilt's got a chance to be decent.
Mm-hmm. LSU's trash.
LSU's got a chance, dude. That's the thing. You don't know.
They have a good coach.
Mississippi State's always dangerous. A&M's going to be the SEC top, bottom this year. Let me see. Mizzou's going to be trash. Mark, chalk them down. Mizzou's trash. Mizzou's trash. The SEC this year is pretty dang good.
It's pretty stacked. I mean, all the conferences are pretty stacked for the most part. I mean, like, when we look at the ACC.
Big Ten. Let's look. Big Ten right now. Rutgers, you got probably two of the best freshmen in the country.
Ace
Bailey, shout him out.
Who's the other guy?
Yeah, I mean, Rutgers good. Wisconsin is 5-0 ranked right now. Indiana, Illinois. I mean, then you got Purdue.
Are we gonna put in our locks of the week, or we just gonna post it on Instagram?
I'll post it.
We're more time to
we're missing two guys.
Yeah. My lock did not hit.
Mine didn't. Mine got busted.
The ones that I thought would actually hit,
well,
didn't hit, and the one that I didn't think would actually cash.
Florida,
Jackson. Yeah.
Jackson's cashed. Mine got busted in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Mine
You hate
got
to see it.
busted off the rip.
You hate to see it. That's a tough one. You take the jabs and you move on. I got a good one cooked up this week. I'm not going to tell y'all. We will post it on Instagram. Scoreboard right now. Last place, second place. Jackson's first place.
Tied for last.
Will is non-existent right now because he hasn't made a pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get. Would y'all mind if I got a guest picker in each week?
Yeah, we can.
We got a couple guys that were like, I want to put a pick in, so we'll throw them in there.
We can put a pick in.
I think
That's pick of the week.
Yeah.
We can play against the guests.
Mm-hmm. That's another record. See how we do against the guests. We'll see. I had a funny someone's comment was hilarious. He was talking about how you want to see the pay slips.
Oh,
We're not professional gamblers.
we're not. We're just doing it for fun.
We're doing it for fun.
We do not. Okay, we don't say one thing. Do not take these picks and try to go make money.
We're not professional.
We are not.
We're doing this right now. If you want to take our advice, take it. Not good advice. Okay, we're just doing this for fun to see how we end up shaping up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I did happen to throw 5 on Ole Miss. That one hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy was pissed off that I didn't post my pay slips.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in that because he wanted me to actually bet $100 on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not betting $100 on Ole Miss over Georgia. That's just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a degenerate gambler like that.
No, we're not.
People.
We're smart people.
But yeah, we're just doing this for fun. Don't take our picks seriously. Just see how the boys are doing.
Yeah, don't
see how we have
to say.
Now, if we go,
Chase said, take the spread for UNLV. Like, don't.
Yeah, don't
take the spread.
Now, if I go in a heater right now and go 10-1, then maybe take my advice. I don't see that freaking happening at all, though. So, but yeah, I think that's all we got.
Yeah,
quick little app. We're missing 2 guys.
Chattered up,
but little ball knowledge. But yeah, that's all I got. My name's Chase Roberts.
Matthew London.
Thanks for watching.